Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
Good old chaotic start, as always. Very classic. Wouldn't be one of our streams without it. But yes, welcome back, everybody, for Tell the Void, the butterfly, the butterfly effect.
We just rename it.
Episode 5. How are you guys doing?
Great. I need to step away from the camera. I think my dog needs to go outside.
Alrighty.
God damn it, Brad.
This is awesome. This is
Good
the
timing.
best kind of chaos. We just brought Jack on, and he is seeing how incompetent we are in full. What Jack doesn't know is when we stream together, I leave work early to make sure I'm home on time for our stream.
Same.
3 hours later.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good picture of my happy boy.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad. That's the one you sent for me originally, so that's the one I put on.
Yeah, I just, he's so cute. I have to send all the photos, but I'll accept this one tonight.
It's a very cute, adorable photo.
I was
But
gonna
yes.
pick him up so you guys could see him, but I don't have a camera.
Welcome back, Jack, for your second section of our absolute chaos. But hey, you know what? At least you get to play Veil of the Void, right?
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Just gotta put up with us.
I mean, maybe. With
Maybe.
the amount of technical
get there.
difficulties we've been having, I don't know.
Eventually, there will be some Veil of the Void on this Veil of the Void.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, sure. That
Where did I
I've
put my
ever
book?
heard.
All right. Well,
Okay.
yes, we are back. Of course, go follow all these lovely individuals. We'll let them do their shout outs at the end, but all of their @handles for their Twitter and everything is below. So go make sure to follow them all because they're all fantastic individuals. Definitely worthy of following. Anybody remember what happened last time?
We threatened Baldeth's crew. Sort of.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
met-
you threatened them. We met an Elan? You're an Elan, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw you as.
I met
An
3 or
Elan.
4 Elan, I believe, because I had
Yeah.
my little troop of refugees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
We
can
don't know
remember.
that, though. Your character's name is Aelin?
Yes.
Yes.
Aelin.
Yes.
I am awesome with names.
Better than I am.
Okay. I'm
Uh,
gonna pronounce that correctly.
trapped
Like Nayla.
trapped a beetle for a while in some stuff. That was fun. My plant trap worked better than I thought it would. Somehow.
Droid it.
We beat up a beetle, a giant beetle. We felt very
think that-
encouraged by the negotiator.
We
That's
found
really the heart of it.
another one of
Oh.
those holographic discs
Right.
that
Yeah.
our dog figured out how to work.
Yeah, the dog rolled like a
Nobody
critical
else
on
could.
it. Figured it out.
And can read it.
Yeah, and can read it somewhat.
Written in Chaosium, if my notes are
Chaosium, I
correct.
think it is.
Yeah.
Chaosium, something like that.
Chaotum. I don't
And
know.
displayed a
language.
whole bunch of butterflies talking to each other, and then they killed each other or something.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
There was butterfly murder.
And it got
Yep.
really loud because we rolled a D100 to see what noise the dog put it on, and it rolled 100. So it was
Yes.
perfect. I
Yep.
remember that.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
that covers everything
Yeah.
that happened.
So now we're traveling with this new group of individuals that hopefully won't try to rob us like the other ones did. All right, perfect.
Cool.
Wow.
So you guys are in a cave that has at least 2 exits that you know of. One from which you guys came from, and then Aelin, and it's dark, and there's a glowing orange, I think, menu of a language that you don't understand.
And I do remember that Aelin said there were giant caterpillars out the other way,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds way worse than what we were dealing with before.
I mean, none of it sounds great.
I mean, yeah, that's not wrong. But either way, it sounds horrifying. So what are we gonna do?
cry.
Pet my dog.
No one ever likes my options.
Just
I mean-
whimper.
Coming from a corgi, that's okay.
Yeah, crying corgi. Oh, poor corgi.
Dude, crying corgis sound a little bit like pigs. Don't suggest.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
trust
never
me, I
heard a
got
crying
one.
corgi. That's
A pig?
a pig or a corgi?
I've heard both.
Well, Aelin, was it?
Yes.
You seem to know things, kind of, about more than we know things, at least. Do you have a suggestion?
I don't think I've been to here just yet. I don't know how much I know about this place. There's a lot of places wherever we are.
That's
As I
not
said,
very
we
helpful.
probably don't want to go that way unless you have very particular business, but I couldn't really tell you any other way to go.
Hmm.
I could facilitate travel, but it works. In here, it works strangely. Not always. The door doesn't always lead where I want it to go.
How many times does the door lead to a chaos zombie? We were warned about that amply when we got here.
By a
Well,
horse.
a chaos zombie would probably be a relatively simple hindrance compared to some of the things I've come across.
Interesting. Well, if we're not going to go that way, which is where the other people that tried to rob us are going anyway, do we just go back?
Look for another door somewhere else, particularly.
That's true. There's a lot of doors, so
Are you
Not a
trying to
fan
go
of this.
anywhere in particular?
just casually
you
wandering, trying to
Searching
figure
for
out how to
anything, or
here.
just-
I still don't know how we got here. We woke up, there was an orange. We walked. We ran into a horse, which, by the way, where did the horse go?
That's a
Back
good
at
question.
camp. He didn't go into the cave.
Fair enough. Probably a smart horse.
Or she didn't. I don't remember what her name was.
I have the
Give me
note
a second.
somewhere.
You did
Was
take it off.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, so we were flying. We ended up here. Don't really know how. We kind of probably want to get back. I would assume. Do we want to get back? Probably be good to get back. I have cataloging I need to do. Plus, there's a lot of
Well,
interesting
I'm
stuff
not
here I'd
sure
like
if
to do.
there's. I'm not sure there's anything more we can learn from this device, unless some of you are familiar with this language. But I'd be surprised if whatever is drawing and keeping everybody wherever we are, I'd be surprised if it's not tied to at least the creators of these devices.
What's your angle here? What are you looking for in these worlds?
Pork.
Gentle
Well,
pat.
I suppose much the same, looking for a way out, or at least a place that is livable in some degree of comfort.
Where? Excellent
I've yet
question.
to find.
Yes, you see now that the dog does hit buttons to communicate. Well, behind us didn't have any giant centipedes or caterpillar things or anything of that like that we came across. Edible bugs, apparently.
A beach somewhere.
That's right, there wasn't there?
Small town too, but apparently it's filled with cannibals. I think.
Wait, we came across cannibals.
There's always something.
No. Now that I think about it, the man who tried to rob us was the one who gave us that information. So who knows how reliable that is, but
Wait, did I miss something? Did we learn they were cannibals at some point?
no,
Or-
not them. Somebody, I think I may be misremembering my campaigns.
This is why they tried.
But
Is
I
this
think
is this
they
why?
said don't go to the other towns because they were dangerous.
Ah,
So,
okay. Well, at least I was.
maybe I'm projecting bias. I have to check myself.
Before you wreck yourself. Okay, I'm just glad that I didn't miss, large news as such of we're traveling with cannibals. That would have been a great thing to know
No,
before
they
we
were.
started traveling with said cannibals. So, whew.
I feel like it was the horse that told us that, actually. But I can't remember.
I don't remember. I don't remember hearing anything about cannibals.
I just remember it was dangerous by the beach. Or a settlement by the beach was dangerous. I can't remember.
Well then,
It's possible.
Aelin, I suppose you and your group, as long as you're not the cannibals the horse is talking about, you're welcome to join us, I'm assuming. I don't speak for everybody here, of course, because I can't, but numbers are usually better when they're not numbers with cannibals.
That is most kind of you. Yes, I was hoping that this place was going to be a bit more hospitable than the last, but I don't think cannibals are an improvement.
Could be worse.
How?
Could be really big cannibals. Could be big worm. That'd be gross. Could be godlings during war. Could be a lot of things.
That's fair. Plus, I mean, if they're cannibals, we're fairly large. We could probably, go toe-to-toe with a few, maybe.
Sometimes I forget how green you are, and then I remember, and then I
How-
get concerned.
How what? Green?
Sure.
No, am I... Okay, never mind. I don't think I'm turning green.
Is it your hair green? Sorry. Okay.
I have a blonde hair.
Wow. It's been an earlier version.
Yeah, that was an earlier version.
Nevertheless, we know one of your names. I believe you know all of us by now. But he kind of gestures behind you to the more fidgety bunch by my memory and says, Who's the crew?
There are 3 Elan. Which you can kind of see. It's super dim. 2. It's hard to tell, but they introduce themselves as Alhena, Carmu, and Vasigus.
Vasigus? What was it?
That's correct.
Okay. I'll try to... How I'll say it is how I'll spell it. All right. Sure.
A small fraction of a group that was, well, being treated rather unfairly. Back where we came from.
Trevor, actually, can you roll a mentality?
Just a flat mentality?
Yep.
Yes.
Just to see if you're
Oh, is it like a knowledge check at all?
like a knowledge check.
Oh boy, I get bonuses on knowledge
It's
checks. This is great.
It's a knowledge check.
I get +1 bonus die. That's what I like to see. Nice. 2.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You actually recognize Alhena.
Oh.
She's yeah. She is a she worked with you on the ship. She's also a botanist of some sort. You don't quite remember what, but you know that she was on the ship.
Say, I know you, don't I? I think you were in the second corps of the botanists back on the Star Vessel, weren't you?
I'm giving her the biggest side eye at that shitty pickup line.
She kind of backs away. She is not agreeing. But you're sure. You're sure. That's possible. I don't really know what
You were
It's
on
gotten too
the
light.
you were on the spinning star.
spinning star.
I don't forget faces all that often. Names, yes. Faces, not so much.
I'm the opposite. What's your name?
Oh, that's great. That's a great question.
Oh, no.
Felicity. Felicity Leaf's daughter.
Felicity. That's very familiar.
Yes, I was in the first regiment of the botany, and the specialized in. Yeah, I was one of the specialists brought on board for this particular mission that we were setting out on.
Would she not remember me? I kind of stick out. And he
More
was
importantly,
security.
would you remember me? Because everybody remembers a corgi.
Yeah, the corgi with the butt.
With the buttons to talk.
I know for a fact I don't remember her because I don't have access to the systems, to the ship systems at the moment.
Yeah.
Zach froze.
Cool.
All right, here comes his evil triplet.
Well, to answer Zach's question,
Perfect, because he's not here.
let me roll.
Thing.
She does not remember the dog. She's not a dog person.
Oh, I don't know if we can trust her. I'm not a dog person.
Brad's gone.
Whew. She remembers. She does remember Annetton. She kind of points. It's like, you though, you're familiar.
Which one? The big,
Yeah, the Etten.
the Yetin.
Hmm.
A little bit more difficult to forget.
You are rather imposing.
True.
Does the timeline line up for me? How long have I known Alhena? Do I get the sense that she's been here longer than me?
You do.
Dealing with some wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. This is great.
So you're saying you all recognize each other from outside of
I don't, but
the stars?
I don't, but I'll gladly take my partner's words for it. I'm afraid I don't remember everyone on the ship.
Oh
But
yes,
you
there
were
was a
saying
lot of
you
crew members.
just here.
What was that?
You were saying you just arrived here.
Yeah, about
24
Yes.
2 hours.
hours.
Yeah, about 24, 25, something like that.
Right. Well, I know I've been working with Alhena, Carmiel, and Vasikas here for the better part of months. It's taken a while to move them throughout the city, get them out of here, there.
Here, there, everywhere.
Odd. You said months now.
Get my book.
Very strange. So we have a nexus, we have time dilution or something going on with the time stream. Very strange place we found. It's all very
Seems
fascinating, though.
Was not aware of time distortion. That is an interesting new quality.
Could it be like stasis?
That's true. We could have been put into like a stasis as well, right? We did wake up.
I'm a void subclass.
My personal favorite Void subclass.
Yep.
What if there wasn't much when we woke up, but I feel like would it be worth it to go back and look over where we started or press on?
I think we did a fairly decent enough look over. There wasn't really much in there outside of what we had, if I remembered right.
It was more or less an empty room, right? It was dark and had
Yeah. Basically, just like a metal, or what I remember is kind of like a metal sphere area, and we were in like little pod things or something, right? Bed things or something.
Yeah, they were like made of metal plates type thing, and had the same little like holographic disc in the floor.
This might be a question for both Trevor and Noble. So I took the expertise living clock because I thought I was funny. And I assume that my thing worked because I would have been hooked up to the ship system, which would have kept my clock regulated in a way. But I don't know how clocks are regulated on a galactic scale, and whether that would have any relevance to here.
So an interesting
whether or not I would be able to have maintained like, oh yeah, no, they're right. It has actually been months.
Yeah.
Well, an interesting thing for how that clock works, and it actually explains this in the core rulebook a little bit more, and I'm going to be adding it with the new little supplement that comes out. So all like living clocks and all things like that are timed to two things. One, they're timed to Adoreth's time, because Adoreth's time is always consistent throughout. No matter where you went, it's always consistent, and that's what they use for galactic time scales as well for places that don't have like day and night cycles. Mm-hmm. And then it also times itself to the place that you're currently on, so you can know the two galactic times as well as the planetary time.
Okay, so Noble, how does my
does
whatever's happening here affect that?
So I think
I can't hear you, so I hope something's not going terribly wrong.
I can't hear her either.
Oh, thank Christ. I mean, something's still going terribly wrong.
Something's still going terribly wrong, just not on a a massive scale.
As far as you know, you haven't missed any more time than you think you have by Adoreth.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I feel like, being what I am, I'm just kind of standing there trying to compute, and almost kind of like looking kind of like, not like blanketly out as I'm trying to process what the fuck is happening in my internal systems here.
We just hear the Windows startup noise.
It's the AOL dial tone.
Yep. I thought we got rid of AOL back in third cycle. Strange.
Bringing it back. That's all I got.
Cool. Any revelations? Do we want to move out of the cave? Do we want to stay in the cave? Do I need to introduce some more bugs?
I think we should leave the cave. One way or another.
She'd like us to leave the cave.
Aelin,
oh no, you don't have to leave the cave.
Aelin, do you know what's beyond the walls, or walls beyond these walls? We know what's beyond these walls. Do you know what's beyond those doors, or is there anything else in here? Or is it just the one?
In this particular cave, I've been here about 5 minutes. I know of that door back. It leads to a very nasty city and some very nasty, gigantic caterpillars.
And then there's that door, which leads to a camp of what we assume to be pretty okay people and a beach of cannibals.
Well, it's not through a door. It's behind us in the out of the cave. But
Yeah.
I guess caves are kind of like doors, but
Doors are not a good thing here. I say we go back out that one, because we hadn't been yet to be attacked by any massive creatures. And when my little bird friend flew into the sky and bumped their head on the ceiling, they at least couldn't see anything majorly terrifying coming towards us.
Okay.
okay.
Well, it's better than hanging out in a dank cave, so we could continue this conversation in a more pleasant meadow. There is one here.
I think the only meadow we've come across had chaos zombies in it. Lots of entrails. Very bloody. Not sure it's the most pleasant of places.
I'm gonna impatiently just start walking. This dog's over it. I'll come back the way we came.
All right.
Because I don't like the idea of bugs that are bigger than me.
He's done so already. I'm going to scoop up that butterfly disc.
Ah, smart.
Take it with
Very smart.
We move quick enough, we might be able to get back to the settlement.
Were there people still there? I couldn't remember if people stayed or
That
if
you
the
would
whole
know
group
of.
went with us.
I think there were.
No, so Baldeath left part of the crew behind, and when they were going to mug us, the rest of the crew was with Baldeath.
That's right. So it's just,
okay.
it'll be an empty camp then. But a camp nonetheless.
Bunch of houses made of sticks.
Well, we also reinforced, I think
I think
a
it's a camp.
couple of the buildings a little bit more. We made something a little bit safer for the night.
Yeah.
Well then, it sounds like we have our direction. Should we start heading out there?
When you guys first approached the camp, how long did you guys stay? I don't remember.
Just a single night.
The night. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like 8 hours or something, like a long rest.
We rested for like what we assumed was going to be the night. I don't know if we ever actually said it was nighttime, but we rested, woke up, and then went out to this. But before we get back into the village proper, I would like to cast Sky when we're within range.
Okay. Yes.
It's a very simplistic roll.
To remind myself of the
Right. You all with Aylin's group here. Are any of you injured, capable, or not really capable of walking? Bjorn's back is very comfortable. If you need someone to help you carry.
They're all capable. They're not.
Fair enough then. I was just always told to offer assistance.
I assume you had the easy roll. It was okay.
Oh, I did not make an easy roll yet. I wasn't sure if there was something that happened before it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was 3 hits out of 5. Nice.
Yeah, so
Not too bad.
Sky knew 2 miles all directions around you. So when we
Okay.
get in like 1.5 miles,
Okay.
settlement, I'll cast it.
Okay. Cool. Does anybody want to do anything else on the road?
No, I don't think so.
There doesn't appear to be anything that you haven't noticed already.
Could I try to just observe how typically Alhana was it? Is acting now that there's familiar faces?
She doesn't seem to be acting too differently, except she does keep like casting glances at everybody that she knows, kind of like if you see someone in the grocery store and you're like, have I seen that person? Do I know them from TV? Like that kind of thing.
Do I want to approach them and
But
make a
it's not like,
conversation?
oh, no, they found me.
No, it is not like that. Yeah. Okay, so a little bit away from the cave, you are aware of the settlement. It does appear to be empty. The rest of the tree cover in the area around the mountains kind of makes it difficult to see anything down there, but you can tell like there's no dragons or something above the trees within 2 miles of
God.
you. And the path that you had seen before is still there and going through the grasses like they did before. I believe there was like a small stream or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And does the settlement look like it's been more or less packed up now? Like there was like cooking fires and stuff originally, but
No, it actually looks like they were not expecting to leave. So like they have all of the important stuff with them, but stuff that you could just get anywhere is still there.
Gotcha.
Okay.
they might be back. They didn't. Their camp's still set up.
Interesting. Do we like lay an ambush? But I don't really know what you do in these kind of situations, you know? I've never really been in you know, combat per se.
I don't know. I don't think it's worth our efforts to continue to engage with these people. They already showed that they were not friendly individuals, and we have no need to do anything more than what we've already done in having sent them on their way.
I worry about that little one.
He was crazy.
Did
we
get
knew
his dagger though that he was wanting, so
Yeah, so that way he wouldn't plunge it into me first.
that's fair. Well, should we make camp here for the night?
No.
No? Okay,
No,
so we're going to leave.
I think it's still about mid-morning. I would think.
Oh, okay.
Even more reason not to.
Maybe noon at the latest.
What we
Because you
should
guys
do
left
is,
early in the morning, I think.
yeah.
Oh,
What
we
should
did.
do is
You're right.
We should grab their essentials, some of the things that can help us survive out there, and find somewhere a little safer. I'm used to sleeping out in the rain and stuff, but exposure can kill rather quickly.
We won't have to
built
worry
with
too
rust-proof
much.
material, so I'll be fine.
We won't
I
have to
also
worry
worry
too much
about my-
about exposure.
I also worry about Bell getting soaked.
Oh yes.
He gets upset.
Well, fear not. I do know some spells to create temporary hovels of protection from nature itself. So if we do need minor camps, we will not be getting rained on for the night whenever we approach that. Assuming it rains here.
Assuming it does.
Making a lot of assumptions.
The mountains was the other part that they said may have doors, correct?
Yes.
I say we make
There's a
our
lot
way
of
to that.
doors.
There's apparently a lot of doors in the mountains, just all over the place.
We went to this one because it was one of their closest confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
So, also that mist that was in the cave, it did not feel pleasant.
Oh no, it was absolutely horrible. I would not like to go into that again. Though I have a feeling we're probably going to have to. With my guess is probably most of those caves would be containing some sort of miasma in there.
So if you guys want to look around the camp and grab some stuff, there's some pretty easy to find, like rations and whatnot. Nothing too exciting. Their technology wasn't great. Like the weapons that they have are probably on a lower level than archaic weapons. Whatever that would be.
Urgath starts picking up rations, hands some of the better looking ones to Bell, and turns to the group and says, "Who here needs to eat and who doesn't?"
I do not.
I do partake in food, but I do have quite a few means of creating said food source.
He looks to the Alans.
Yes, we didn't exactly have much opportunity to pack much. We will need provisions, hopefully a place to stay, if this particular... This place is quite rural.
It's also the first thing you see coming up the path.
How long does Sky last?
Oh, Sky, it's...
Oh, just like a blink, and that's what you see. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's like a taking a picture.
Let me see. Let me just read it exactly. Cooldown 6 hours. Yeah, it's super quick.
All right then.
Cool.
So it doesn't sound like
Okay.
there was too
Just
much
making sure I
here.
didn't need to update anything.
I also cannot seem to find it. Do Etten eat? I cannot remember. I know they live
I think
in
so.
weird places.
I think they eat. Yeah, I think
I do
everything
believe they
eats.
eat. I think everything in Yggdrasil eats.
I think everything eats and sleeps.
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Everything eats and sleeps is my favorite sequel to Everybody Poops.
It's a good sequel.
I lied, it's a prequel.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh.
And the godlings. I don't know about the starfolk, but yeah, I think everything.
The godlings
I
definitely
think
eat
everything.
and drink
Yeah,
a lot.
For sure. They need to do that. They have
In
very
excess.
active metabolism.
Yep.
He packages what he needs for himself, and then he kind of tosses the bag towards Aelin and his group. It's a sturdy
Much
rucksack.
appreciated.
So.
They're for sure pretty hungry.
Do they look armed at
At
all?
least the Elan are.
The other Elan, other than the one that had the pistol? Aelin?
They are armed. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if we needed to
Minimally,
grab
though.
like some of the archaic weapons and just be like, here, everyone has proficiency with archaic weapons. Even you can hit someone with a pointy stick if you need to.
Yeah, no, they were armed and they didn't appear to be hiding it or anything. They weren't being sneaky.
Okay.
They were pretty happy about it.
Just want to be careful,
Being
yeah.
armed. It's true.
Care about people somewhat. Well then, did you find anything really? I couldn't find anything of major use, but
Yeah, there's nothing.
looks like they were pretty low on basically everything here.
Is there anything weird about how this is set up? Like, other than it... Like, for backstory reasons, he would be very...
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not a clever guy, but, like, he's got some...
Because you were like in the. Are you a former soldier? Is that right?
He is a former soldier, but he also was a child when everything started. So,
Hmm.
Okay.
if that expands into that a little bit more.
Yeah. The camp has just been there an extremely long time, and
There's like nothing picking for him. Like this could be like something that they leave for a little bit, come back in a raid.
no, it looks like despite how ramshackle it looks and like falling apart, not only has it been there forever, but it looks permanent.
So it looks more like someone passing through uses it, and not like one group is constantly returning back and forth.
Yeah. Like a medieval bus stop.
Ye old bus stop.
Ye old bus stop. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so like the structures are permanent, but yeah.
What are we talking here? Like full wooden brick buildings, or are we talking tents, or?
They are. I believe they were like stone and
wood,
stick.
right?
Yeah. Very
and
primitive.
like thatched.
Yeah.
It was
like straw roofs.
Yeah, like a medieval peasant village, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't gone into bricks yet.
Yeah.
Stones and sticks.
Stacking up rocks, and they were. I lost that sentence somehow. It went away. There were about like 5 of the buildings.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the day's still young. Should we go potentially towards another door and just peek inside?
I think
If we can find one.
Well, I remember there were several doors. We went towards the closest one, so...
So you guys also passed like a ruin of some kind on your way, like a castle ruin.
Oh.
Down, because you guys went through a gate.
You're right. We did, with all the
Yeah.
fanciness.
So you know that for sure, but everything else that you learned from Sky was a little bit obscured.
Do we know where another door is, or would we need to scout it out?
Everybody can... I guess that would be tracking and hunting, if you want to see if you can figure out
Let's
where
do
things
the
would be.
thing. Let's do it. Let's do the thing.
Yes.
I got a 2. I got a 2. I got a 2.
Whoa.
I got a 2.
1.
No, wait.
What is tracking and hunting?
It's mentality.
Mentality.
I got a 2 as well. Let's go.
So many 2s.
Do you get an increase as a Corky for that great sniffer?
Oh,
That would be awesome.
the corgi sniffer.
I didn't write these dogs.
Good
That's
roll
a 3.
there, Jack.
That's a very nice roll.
That's a very good roll, especially with only 4 dice. Impressive.
So Aelin can actually see through down the path. There are some very like smaller paths that kind of branch off toward the mountains in either direction. There seem to be about 3 or 4 of them actually that you can see heading off toward the mountains, away from the center path that goes down toward the ocean in the far distance.
There does seem to be quite a few varying paths down this way, and I think somebody cloned me.
That's my dog.
think that is
She does that.
Ah,
He does that.
quite a proficient mime. Or mimic.
The joy of button recording. With the echo, that sounded like a dolphin, Brad.
I was going to say it sounded like a dog, but you're also not wrong.
Oh boy.
Yeah, echoes completely turn my brain off.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do
it's
to me
alright.
too.
Tori-
Okay, it's gone.
So
Okay, I can think
what's-
again.
Yeah, there you go. I think what happens with Tori's stuff is like the microphone just ejects itself, and it's like, I'm going to send all the sound back at you.
Yep.
Okay, but what actually happened is I switched browsers,
Ah,
and it had
okay.
all new settings on the different browser.
That makes sense. That'll do it.
I was like, let's try a third for today.
Well, this direction seems a lot more traveled, but it does branch off quite a bit.
Well, seems like a good enough lead.
Hey, which one smells better? Like, which one smells fresher? Which one entices a doggy nose?
Which one has
Well-
steak at the end?
Or like
bacon bits.
some random animal that died a couple days ago.
Or even
Which
just took a
one's-
poop there.
Or smells the least sus?
Yeah, sure. You know, 2 of them do smell like meat, and 1 of them doesn't.
That one that doesn't smell like meat doesn't seem too trustworthy.
Or is it more trustworthy because it doesn't smell like meat? What are we deeming trustworthy in this situation?
Okay.
I would have actually said we'd take one in the past that doesn't appear to be regularly traveled if we're looking for a means of leaving or some nature, because the ones that have been regularly traveled are the ones that people have gone and searched for things and have not found anything.
Or they found him and just didn't come back.
Or they found him and just didn't come back. But the only all that we've heard of as far as people who don't come back are the ones who died.
That's fair.
Well, you wouldn't hear from the living ones if they don't come back either.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The road would still
Ah, now that you think about it.
the road would
Your
still be
logic
less
is
traveled,
undeniable.
though.
Aelin coming in here with facts and logic.
Logicking a robot. Good job.
Beep boop.
It's that AOL. Slowing down the calculation thing.
I'm powered by Mind Journey.
Oh
Or
no.
Mid Journey. Whatever the fuck the
Oh
AI
no.
thing is.
Well-
I'll follow along wherever we point to, but
Is the one they're talking about the one that doesn't smell like meat?
I don't know which one they're talking about.
Is the one that's the least
traveled.
traveled the one that doesn't
the
smell
least
like meat?
traveled. Yes.
Okay. Is it okay? Very important question. Is it raw meat or cooked meat?
That is a very important clarification.
Is it fresh meat or old meat?
answers Noble did not think she'd have to answer today.
No, I'm playing a fat corgi.
Not cooked and not fresh, but I kind of hesitate to say old as well.
Okay.
On a
okay.
scale of 1 to
So-
10, what is the ripeness
Is it-
of this meat?
Is it like a week old, or are we talking dry aged?
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do to try to communicate this.
It may even be jerky.
Oh wow!
I'm going to go to the one that has the fresh smelly meat, point my nose at it, and say, "Did it not go through?"
It did go
didn't.
through.
No.
Okay, I'll figure that out later. I'll go good, hungry, towards the one that has the fresh smelly meat, and then I'll scurry and point with my body again at the next one, and then hit bad, hungry, and then I'm gonna go to the last one and go where hungry, and try to hope they can figure out what the hell I'm saying.
That's such a good way of communicating. That makes so much sense.
The dog is hungry.
I understand, Belle. I don't know if we should go down the one that Belle said good hungry on. Mainly because that's the kind of stuff that he gets into trouble to get. So,
I'm gonna hit the dad button and give you a look. Like,
Dad.
dad. Fergus look like, stop ratting me out. I'm a good boy.
Where hungry confuses me because it's not a proper sentence.
If hungry is to mean there's food, then I would guess that maybe that path, they don't smell food down that path.
Pork!
The corgi touch their nose, do the you're on the right path. They would
Dance.
Bad hungry could also be like asparagus or vegetables. It's not a preferred option.
Oh, Belle can't process asparagus. Well, I'll have to get too intimate if I eat asparagus.
Is that a Bell problem or is that a corgi problem?
That's a dog problem.
Okay.
Every dog I've ever had hasn't been able to process asparagus.
Dogs eat asparagus.
It's fine if you give it to them in little bits, but don't give them a full spear. If you're given the full spear, it stays stringy in them, and yes, you get very intimate with your dog very quickly.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Both Bell and Urgath learned this the hard way.
I learned it the easy way.
Bad dad. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Well, it sounds like we have 3 options ahead of us. What are we going to take?
Could I modify my haunt spell in order to see if there are any sort of ethereal imprints on any of these pathways?
Excellent.
Ooh,
Um,
that's an interesting way to use that.
yeah, let me
Are there any ghosts?
see what haunt.
Are any ghosts?
I don't like. Initially, I don't see why not. Sounds like a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, haunt is basically I would like to do something, but I don't know how. GM, make it happen.
Haunt is spooky as the action.
Yeah. So like,
Well, and it's Veil of the Void's rule set, so just
It
because a spell says something...
conjures things. Yeah. So, well, I'm just trying to figure out the difficulty. It's obviously not none. Because you're not conjuring something. You're trying to use, like, haunt mixed with scene reconstruction or something like that. So, yeah. Well, man, from
Probably like an
none
average.
times none.
Probably
That's
like
what
an
I was
average.
thinking. Average sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Based on the way Jack described how he's searching for something. I think average...
Yeah, so
Probably.
you're like doing a like Ghostbusters scene reconstruction type thing. Where's
It's-
the
Busting them ghost.
have there been ghosts this way? And
Y'all, this man
it's
to come in my house a
specifically
second
for-
time.
ghosts.
Okay, so you want an arcanting check.
That yes.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Cast the haunt.
I only got 1 hit there. I can add a +1. I could turn one of those 4s into a 5. That's still only 2. That's not going to do it.
You could always spend a determination to turn the other
yeah,
4 into a 5 if you're really determined to get the spell off.
When does determination refill?
When the GM
Whatever
decides.
Noel
Completely
says.
random intervals.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We need some sense of direction. Yeah, and I'll spend a determination and drop another pip on there. That's the 3 I need.
You mean the good food, bad food, and where food wasn't enough direction?
Cool. So, down the good food path, there are some there is movement of these ethereal. What you're seeing is a kind of an after image of people that have gone down that way, and there is a difference between people that have died and people that are still alive. So you can see that many dead people have gone down the good food path. There's also many like live people, but a lot of dead people as well. Mostly nobody has gone down really the where food path, and a significantly smaller amount of people, most of which are still alive, have gone down the bad food path.
Huh.
So this is over. You don't know what period of time this is over. As far as you know, it's like from the beginning of time. But because there doesn't appear to be this many people in the area. But yeah, so there's the nobody path, dead people path, you people path.
What do your ethereal eyes see, Legolas?
Unless we are really quite particularly hungry, we might not want to go down this good food path. It seems that good food may be people.
Fucking nailed it.
There's a lot of death that way.
Oh.
Not much going on over here with where food. Not exactly sure what that might mean. And there are some people who have moved down this path with bad food. Very little travel, but mostly still alive. I think all that tells us is there's probably some sort of dangerous beast down this path. And there is either nothing or something very significant down this other less traveled path.
Ergath smiles towards himself.
Towards
like,
himself.
Nailed it. He's like, I called it.
You know the dog too well.
I would suggest if we're looking for shelter in particular, we travel down bad food. But if we're looking for something significant, we could take the road less traveled, see where it leads.
Might be the safest as well.
Perhaps, especially if the locals here are indeed cannibalistic.
The cannibals are down the left path! We figured it out.
Could be.
Woo!
Is that left path down towards that beach area that they pointed us towards? Like that? The good food?
Okay, I was going from like closer to the beach, away from the beach. It goes where, bad, good.
So where is closest to the beach?
Yes, is like going in that general direction.
Okay.
And then I guess good is going off toward the mount. So where and bad. I didn't know I was gonna have to have a map.
Oh, I can't tell you
Where
how many times
bad
I've said that.
are to your right, and good is to your left.
Good, where bad. I didn't think we were going to be describing paths by good, where bad.
I've only got so many options.
I was like, yeah.
We haven't even
I
gotten
decided
that
I need to
last
start
button
taking
yet.
notes because I knew what I was describing, and then I was like, wait a minute, what is that one labeled?
I've only got 15 choices.
That's true. You did the best. I think it makes perfect sense.
And to be clear, Belle got rid of some really important ones to add one.
By the way, Aelin,
You know.
that was a fascinating spell.
It's a relatively simplistic one. Slight modifications.
I can tell it was beautifully cast, though. It definitely seems more along the lines of, dare I say, Father Death. Was that the one that it belonged to?
I did call upon the flow of the ether, yes.
Oh, it's fascinating. You see, she pulls out her little like data tablet and takes more notes, studying the spell you've cast.
It is important to be a good listener, even to those who have passed.
Oh, it's truer words, never spoken.
Well, it sounds like you were discouraged from traveling towards this beach area by a horse. Am I understanding this correctly? Because I'm not sure I am.
I can't remember if it was a horse or if it was the group of bandits. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
It
one
was
of
a
the
busy
two. One of the two groups, either the talking
Where the fuck
horse
did that horse
or
go?
the
I guess the
talking
horse wandered
bandits.
I mean, it makes sense that he went back to his meadow, but where the fuck did he go?
Aelin's just stumbled on this group
You
like,
actually
okay, they've got
looking?
talking horses and are these? I'd be like, what's
If
wrong
you
with
want,
these
if you want to
people?
actually look, then you could roll. But otherwise,
He doesn't actually care that much.
okay.
I don't care enough.
Since I am eminently confused right now, and I would like to leave this troop somewhere relatively safe, my bet would be down bad food, assuming there's some sort of rudimentary settlement eventually.
It's toward the mountain, at least from what you can see.
At the
'Cause
very
you're
least,
kind of-
improved.
I'm sorry, I forgot that you weren't here. You're in a kind of valley with very tall mountains to either side, but we're still good to keep going. Like the stream is still.
Yes, the stream's still going. I just I couldn't hear people.
Okay.
So yeah, let's follow the dog.
I'm sorry. Which road is your dog going down?
The one
Whatever one
that
Aelin said.
bad food.
Bad
We're going
food.
down bad
food.
food.
The bad
Yes.
food path.
The one with a small amount of people who are likely still alive.
Urgath just picks up the spear, kind of like slides it into his pack along with the sniper rifle and just casually saunters after Belle.
Orc.
Okay. So it doesn't appear to be all that much different from the other path that you took toward the mountain on the other side. You can see as you get a little bit further into the woods, there are some more nice plants that Trevor's character is probably interested in.
Oh, definitely. Stopping every now and then to just casually, pull out
Yeah,
the little.
stopping and smelling the roses. There's
Yes, completely.
more birds, whatnot. But when you end up at the mountain, you see another door into the mountain
I'm shocked.
over there.
Speak, friend, and
Fucking
enter.
doors everywhere, and these are open.
Open doors.
If I look inside, what do my robo eyes see?
Do you have like dark vision or something?
I do.
Oh.
Fantastic. This is excellent.
Do I have special eyes? Yes.
You see a bunch of kind of like glowing pinpricks of light in there.
Oh.
They're regularly spaced, like fairly regularly.
Does the inside look like the inside of a mountain, or does it look okay?
Yeah, it's the inside of a mountain. It's not like that first one that you were in.
Okay, so it looks like the inside of a mountain. It looks like a cave, but just a door's in front of it instead of it just
Yes.
being.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the into the mines of Moria or whatever,
Right,
but
right,
more
right.
cave-like on the inside. hmm
I can
I'll
see
say
it
I-
again.
Some of the
Amazing.
pinpricks kind of like wink off and on sometimes, but
I'll say
it's silent
there's
in there.
some motes of light inside. Some of them seem to be kind of blinking almost. Not like rapidly, just like occasionally. And it's quiet, but it looks like a cave.
Looks very much like a cave.
Blinking like something's moving past it, or blinking like eyes.
Like something's moving past it.
Yeah, you know, like if something walks in front of it, blocks out the light.
Oh, yeah, no, like eyes. Yeah, but it did look like they were just, because you have dark vision, you can just see they look like just like eyes in the rocks. Like, but not eyes. They're just like blinking lights in rocks.
Okay, blinking
guys,
lights
these-
in rocks. They are not
Hey,
eyes.
guys. Hey
I
guys,
don't want to use the eyes.
these hills have eyes.
Oh gosh. Well, if we'd like to prevent a repeat accident of previously, I can go ahead and send one of my little creatures inside, make some noise, jump around, see if anything happens.
Yeah, go for
The gas station is alive.
it. With the sound of
will eat you.
The
music.
gas station will eat you.
I stopped myself.
I was also very close. So
Feel free.
I
You
wish we
never have
all
to
had
stop
committed.
yourself. Have you seen our stream?
It's a mess, and we've just
It's
committed to it at this
It's a
point.
mess, and we're just used to it.
Jack, we had 2 episodes
idea.
straight where nothing was accomplished. We got totally sidetracked, and that's in the
I feel like-
first 10
But it was
episodes.
fun, though. It was fun.
I feel like 2 is kind of generous.
Well, I mean, 2 back to back,
Oh, okay.
where we were totally distraught.
Okay.
That's okay. That's
Well-
okay. Yeah, so you can cast your thing.
Actually, it's just my little nature friend, my little what are they called? The companion animal.
Okay.
So it's a little glowing ice like fox creature. Just like hops
Yep.
down my shoulder, begins hopping inside, making like noise like little foxes, you know, horrifying
Can you
screams.
see through these things, or do they just like nothing
that's
seems
a great
nothing
question.
seems to happen inside? Yeah, I don't remember. Nothing seems to happen inside. It seems very periodically winking
No,
in
it
there.
doesn't look like you can like look through their eyes. That's another spell that you can use that lets you do that. This one's
Okay,
just like
yeah.
a little friendly animal. I'm just having it go in there, make a ton of noise, see if it's causing anything to attract.
Mm-mm.
I can telepathically communicate with it, so if it sees something like there, it can warn me, but
Yeah, no, there's nothing. Nothing falls upon it to devour it, for
perfect.
sure.
It's
So
okay.
this is a doorway leading into a mountain. It's not one of these doorway portals.
No, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
it's
this
kind of
looks
like the
like it
last one
was a
that you were
purposely
in, wherein
constructed-
there was. Yeah, it looks like the last one that you were in, wherein at the end of the cave was another door that led to the attic that you came from.
It's so weird. I love it. Well, it does look like my little friend's still alive and nothing's tried to eat it. So that's at least a good sign for now.
This is ultra cautious.
You threw a giant beetle at us.
Urgeth walks through the door.
Felicity learns. She has a notebook.
Any more of that smoke in here when I go in?
Smoke?
The anti-magic stuff.
Oh,
Arcane poisoning.
yes. Yes, there is.
All right. What do I roll again as a predominantly magic being? It's a vitality.
Yes, I think it's vitality.
That sounds correct.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm fine.
I would hope so as an Etten.
Well then,
You can roll bad.
It's true.
I say we proceed forward with absolute caution.
You magic casters, be careful in here.
Do they notice?
Oh.
So now that you're inside, you can see that the winking lights are what appear to be a bunch of tiny pinprick holes in rocks. That are winking.
I hate it.
One wrong
Like
move and I'll
winking
stab you
as
too.
in the rocks
No,
are
like-
actually moving, or they're just
No,
turning
like
on
the-
and off, or the light
Yeah,
is
like
hitting
the-
them at different directions.
More like the light is hitting it as a different direction. It's kind of like if you were in like a colander that's made out of a cave, and there's a light.
Oh.
There's a bunch of I don't know. There's a bunch of lights shining through the holes in the colander.
Okay. By the way, I
like
will
the-
use creation again just to create a small light on the edge of my staff.
It's like a
Cool.
poor man's planetarium. Okay.
Yeah,
Now you're
I
talking.
like that description a lot.
Poor Man's
yeah.
Planetarium
Poor Man's
might be my
Planetarium.
synthwave band name.
Yeah. So
It's a good name.
with the light, you can see there's another thing in the middle of this thing. The little disc in the floor.
Oh, we see another little disc in the floor.
Yep.
Wonderful. Another for our collection.
Well, we should compare these two, see if there's any differences or similarities.
Urgath has the spear at the ready. He's waiting and just scanning the room.
You can do an analysis check. And you also see a door. You see a door at the other end of the cave. It looks more like a 1 second, which path did you guys go down? Bad feet.
Again, can I
it-
see the spear real fast?
It looks like a
You want my spear?
metal.
No. I just want to put a light on the end of it for you as well to illuminate the area.
All right. It's your poisoning.
Arrested.
He
with
reaches
a-
out the
Just
tip of the spear.
draw a small little arcane rune on it. Lights up. Nice 5x5 area.
Get sick.
Oh, no.
Right.
If I know anything about arcane poisoning, it only works with the stronger spells. This is a very minor spell that shouldn't cause anything.
Kind of
And
rolls.
she's dead.
Looks.
Well, you do. It is not preventing even the smaller magics, but this is a different kind of arcane poisoning.
This
Do
is
I feel
advanced
sick?
arcane poisoning.
Outside of it's advanced.
Did you
darkness.
just mess up?
This is perfectly fine, guys.
Roll your new character.
But you're not gonna die. But
Your blood won't be on fire. Because I'm pretty sure that's an arcane poisoning symptom.
That is one of them, yes.
it can be an arcane poisoning symptom. Yes, but
It's okay, it's just a mythic spell.
it is just a mythic spell. But it does affect mythic spells, and you can feel that. So I guess you've only cast one of those.
It's like a tingling. Probably could be bad.
And oh no, I'm gonna catch on fire if I do that much more.
Going to catch on fire, but not right now. At least we can
I
see.
can't help. There's a lot of like kind of powerful mystic spells.
That's true. I guess we just need to add a state for the regular arcane poison now in Yggdrasil and just be like, yeah, even mythic spells are affected. Because that's fun. I like that. You thought
That
you
seems
could get by
mean.
here with mystic spells? Too bad.
Urgath takes up his defensive form. So he kind of turns into a bit of a ball of a man. It's
Okay.
like wide right now, but he's not long.
Did
He's
somebody want
wider
to
now.
roll an analysis to compare and contrast the discs?
I'd actually like to inspect the door, but I believe Jack was going to inspect discs.
You can also inspect
Sure.
the door.
I would also like to inspect the discs. But I can't
Yes,
exactly
I was
help.
about to call on the good pooch here.
Everybody inspect everything. Who's gonna go?
Just
look
like
through
how
the-
every time I get a package and let my dog sniff it, you have to let Belle sniff it to make sure it's safe.
Well, he was the one who figured it out last time.
Yeah, he did.
You do have insight.
Now, he knows at least one word, and that word is volume.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, guys. I don't even think this is a door.
This is going well, huh?
Yes, this door is made of not door. How weird.
Both these discs are round.
Yeah. They have for sure that in common. There's like an orange bit in the middle. It looks like a rusted door, but you're not really sure. A rusted metal door.
Could be a rusted window
It
that
could
just
be.
has a door on the other side.
What a strange window. Is there any interesting stuff to be found inside this cave that we're traveling through? Any strange, flora?
Fucking don't ask any of us.
Trevor, why don't you roll a, did you roll a?
No, I did not.
No, you didn't. You can roll observation if you're looking for something general, or if you were looking at something specific.
I think I'll just do observation. Let's just do that. I have high judgment.
Just see what happens.
Yeah. I'm also getting close to leveling up observation, so why not?
Because there's not a lot of successes going on here.
3.
Oh, heck.
Okay, finally.
Yeah.
I can confirm that door is a door.
Yeah, that is definitely a door. You know that the floor
Is made of
has
floor.
It is made of floor for sure, and it has a even though it looks like a cave, you notice that it's artificial. It has like seams
that's
in it.
interesting.
And yeah, the door is for sure a door, and it looks like it will open if you pull on the handle.
See, you, Nyla, you need to pull, not push.
Oh, that was the problem. Good call.
All right, well, I will let them know the few things that I saw, the mechanical nature, artificial nature of this cave, as well as the door being a door.
The door is a door. The floor is made of floor, and the door is made of door. The most interesting cave.
We've learned so much.
The door is a door is my favorite 3 Doors Down cover band.
The door is a door. Well then, did you learn anything of that disc? Is it the same as always?
Same as it ever was.
Without an understanding of this language, it looks like they both function the same, they both look the same, but I can't discern any information, actionable information from either one of them. I've been surviving mostly on trial and error. So I suppose the only way to proceed is simply to walk through.
Trial and error is a good way to get killed, too, though, so...
It's also a great way to make discoveries no one's done yet.
I believe in that, or we start building a home.
I'm not ready to settle down. I just met you.
One day, big man. One day.
Even the dog laughs.
I'm very confused.
That's great.
He kind of slinks back into his regular form because he's had his arms all bunched up, and he pops back out.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
This is a lot less body horror and more. He's just very compact right now.
he's trash compactor Urgeth.
It's just he's pulled in the spear a lot. He was in a quick to move defensive formation there. So,
all right then. Well, since I know the door, his specific. We'll open the door cautiously, if capable of doing so.
Yeah, you're totally capable of doing so.
I don't know. Based off my rolls, I don't think I am.
The other side doesn't appear to match the lights coming through the cave. It is a misty green sort of area over there. And since Aelin just used Haunt, we know for sure that Aelin knows that this is an ether sort of influenced area over there. Whoever has any connection to ether would instantly recognize that. And that's where the old smell thing was coming from.
Lovely.
Yeah. So Belle knows that, and it's kind of eerily quiet over there with the sound of the wind.
The sound of
death.
Silence.
Echoing over there.
The sound of silence.
Death. It echoes.
As you open that door, the one on the other side of the cave creaks closed.
Is it like a 1-to-1? So like if he starts closing the door, will the other one open? Okay.
Ah, interesting. Just gotta test it, closes it again, opens it back up, closes it. Yes, these doors are connected.
Very fun.
Looking in through the...
That's actually decent to know.
Looking through the ether-connected door, Urgeth, you see his, grip kind of hardened along the sphere, and he almost seems locked in on it, just lost for a second.
I bite his pant leg
Kind of,
and shake a little bit.
yeah. He is the tension kind of reduces, and he reaches down and he just gently strokes Belle's head.
Fork.
Well, that one's closing, so we should scoot through, I suppose.
Was that? All I could hear was typing.
We should
Sorry.
scoot through.
Heading into the ether.
Do I know if these doors actually connect to other realms? Would this be...
They don't.
Landscape, is it? No, so this is just another realm that happens to have a higher ether presence. It's not going to have the ether realm effect.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, we'd be we'd be
die.
dead. Yeah, that's just
That's
just death for us.
Yeah, you can actually survive in, if you were just to wander into one that seems like change as a human or whatever, you wouldn't have as much problem. Change is still strong
goodness,
there, but
because the realm effects
you
are
would not die.
absolutely horrifying. We stay here for too long, we're just dead.
oh, we're just gonna go insane.
Yep.
No.
We're in
not
change
like that.
now? Cool. I'm going to go mad in about 30 minutes. We walked into
Some of
the
the
arcade
places
room?
have
Nice.
kind of weak versions, I guess, of the realm effects, but most of them don't. It's yeah.
Well, I was hoping to bring 3 somewhere safe. That does not feel particularly safe. But it is a path forward, wherever forward may be.
There are the other paths as well. You said this one felt the most survivable, correct?
The path itself. Can't say much about the destination.
Curiously, there were less dead people on this path.
Yeah, I've got a good nose and he's got good magic. Don't doubt us.
Beatles, period.
As one.
It
Well-
could be that past this door is a really quite quaint area.
We just have to make it past the room with the dead.
It's the dead energy right now. We don't know if it's the dead.
Right.
Though chaos zombies.
We came across chaos zombies earlier. I don't think it's, far stretched to think, that there could be a zombie that's not chaos related on the other side of a door.
Certainly.
A second, I'm gonna go quiet. And Hergath pulls out his sniper rifle and kind of looks down the scope into the other room.
Going dark.
Kind of makes his way up. Just trying to, see if there's anything. He's, on the, still on this side, but looking through.
Okay.
Kind of he looks like he's adept at clearing is kind of the idea that
So immediately through the door, it doesn't appear to be anything dangerous. It looks like it leads into a quiet and misty city.
City.
The buildings are tall and thin.
are we like an attic or something like that right now, or on or just in the street, looking
In the street.
through.
In the street, yeah.
And the city's not in a mountain. It's like
No, there doesn't appear to be mountains. There are buildings surrounding.
oh, okay, so they
the
came out
area.
of a building's door or something like that.
Yes. hmm
God, this is
What,
cool.
is there
It's
people
a
moving
picture,
about?
this whole thing. I like it.
Puts the sniper rifle away, kneels down, and casts Sky. Because
Okay.
now there is the ceiling over him.
Okay. Yeah. There is a
1 second. It does require a roll.
Oh yeah, it's easy. I forgot. Oh.
It is 1, but I can still bump. No, I can't. Not on this character. I still got a 1.
Womp.
Womp womp.
Okay.
Are there people moving about the streets of this city?
That's the question I was going to
That's
ask next.
what he was looking for.
No.
Oh,
It's our
Yes.
city.
So over the entire,
it's ours.
I guess, 4-mile radius or 4-mile diameter, he sees no activity in the streets.
hmm
I've always wanted to be an emperor.
An easy check is 2 successes, isn't it?
That's what I thought. I'm checking
Is
right
it?
now.
Yes,
I'm
an
pretty sure.
easy is 2.
Oh, I was thinking the negligible.
Nah,
The
negligible
what
is
is it
1.
called? Yeah.
You know, it might make sense to have that particular end spell be negligible.
You can also just have it so it has no difficulty.
Easy is 2.
You just cast it. Anyway,
I like being able to get.
that's true.
Arcana on
Getting
it.
the points
Yeah.
is always very nice.
Yeah.
That's a
I don't
discussion for
mind
later.
failing it. He doesn't have any ranks in it, so whenever he casts right now, he gets stuff. But
I think keeping it at 2 is perfect. Either way.
I agree. Yeah,
he just
That
rebuffs then.
Yeah.
not related. Okay. Sorry?
So there's no signs of life in
Doesn't
this
seem
city.
No signs of life.
Do I
What's the
smell
hour?
anything with my dog nose?
What's the super sniffer say?
Yeah, where's that food?
It does. It smells like meat inside.
Like-
Old meat.
Okay.
Just kind of like in general, everywhere.
Everywhere smells like meat? No. I'm gonna lick a wall. Does that taste like meat?
Is this
No.
meat?
No.
God.
Okay. Well, look, my corgi licks a lot of walls. Maybe that's what he's actually thinking.
No, I'm saying God because It's so accurate.
It's so accurate to a dog.
Like owning a leather couch.
Freya licks everything.
My dog was looking at a cardboard box earlier,
That was at the
and
end.
then when I looked at him, he looked at me like, "Bitch, do you want to lick?" So
Easy
Oh,
to-
that's
yeah.
funny.
Are there places that smell meatier than where we're standing?
Yeah, sure. At like in the directions of all the doors that go into the buildings.
Okay. I'm gonna do that cute little
So
dog
you're-
thing that's super annoying where you scratch at a door to try to convince one of the humans they should open it. Or one of the thumbed people.
The thumbed.
The thumbed among us.
Among us.
Wait, we're in the city.
The
And
mungus.
Urgath like snaps his hands, and you see the old handsome godling.
Oh, right.
Nice.
Oh, Urgath changes into a different person.
Yeah. Transforms into a godling, right? Or an Elan?
Yeah,
What is it? I forget.
it's a
Yeah, it
it's
looks
a
like a
godling.
godling.
This godling is, I think the way I described it is, you know, in The Witcher 3 when you just let Geralt's hair go nuts. Okay,
I know
you can
nothing
let
about
Geralt
the
get a
Witcher.
super long beard and hair, and he has real long, lavender colored hair, and a beard. But yeah, he just like an old handsome godling.
Urgath, it is, right?
Correct.
I've seen shape changers of a number of variety. Judging by the name, you are not of actual godling lineage.
I think
Am I
the
right?
easiest way is to try and touch the beard.
Touch my
Yeah, you reach a hand out.
It just goes right on through.
Right, it's a simple illusion.
I know how people feel about my kind.
That it is a shame that you have to hide yourself, but I appreciate the ingenuity and cautiousness of doing so. Well, as I said, I was to find some place for these three, but I would rather continue traveling with the group than alone. So if the lot of you are intent moving forward, I suppose we'll continue with you. I do worry of them, though.
They can stay with Bjorn. Bjorn will protect him.
That's your bear.
The
Bjorn has a
big,
ton of health.
massive bear just kind of like nods. Yes?
I
The most inconvenient
assume
time.
you'll be traveling together, though.
Well, yes, but if they travel with us, Bjorn can act as cover for them.
Right.
I can also have Bjorn stay back for a while if need be. He can communicate with me while we're gone. But it's probably better to travel safety in numbers.
We should travel together. These doors don't always stay.
All right then.
Are you still scratching at the doorbell?
Yeah, I'm trying to break in and the thumbs are ignoring me.
The
Urgath,
thumb inside opens the door for you.
Ah!
I
as
would
I'm
have barked
about to knock.
excitedly.
You're about to knock.
Oh,
No, the thumb inside opens the door, and growls.
they growl at me. I'll
it's
growl
a
back.
chaos zombie.
There's somebody on the other side of the door that opened the door.
Yep, there's
Mhm.
someone on the other side of the door.
Someone on the other side of the door opened the door.
And it smells like
I thought
meat.
we were looking through the door.
No,
It's-
this is another door.
This is another door across the door. So we just exited the building
So you
door.
came out of a door into a city, and there are a bunch of doors going into the city buildings
City's
around
buildings.
I tried to get somebody's attention. They opened
Belle
the
is
door.
trying
out
to
of
get
me.
into one of the other doors.
Belle went to somebody else's place to have a
I
snack,
just started scratching on their door.
which is when Urgath stepped out, transformed, went to the other door, and then disconnected.
And then they opened the door and growled at me.
Yeah,
And
because
so I'll growl back. But it's not very intimidating as I am a corgi. So,
What are we looking at?
That is a better
so
question.
the thing, yeah, okay. So the thing that it looks like a dog, and it is a dog, and it is definitely the thing that smells like old meat. It looks kind of zombie-like,
Oh
but
dear.
it's got kind of like the beetles that you met earlier. It's got a kind of mechanical element to it. So, it's not. Does anybody have ether workings or anything like that? Anything of that nature?
It's a
Hell
good
no.
question.
Hey, Tori and Zach, can you say something?
I
Yeah,
definitely
I can
don't
say
think that I
something.
have that.
Okay.
Is that an expertise?
I'm a descendant of life, but I don't think that would help with knowing stuff about death that much.
Descendant
I have Inquisitor
Life.
Disciple.
I'm a
Inquisitor
dog.
disciple. That lets you like fight against
You're a
magic
dog.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a dog.
Descendant of life. What is that, Trevor?
That's
I can't be snuck up on.
the one
Don't
from
tell
This
me.
godlike
from
thing.
Godlings.
Don't tell me. I
The
made
prime patron, you made it.
Yeah.
I have
I'm a
divine
robot.
workings, but not ether workings.
It just means that I have a strong connection to life. That's really all it is.
it. Okay, so you can tell it's not dead, even though it looks dead.
Ah, okay. See, that's helpful.
And if it's magical, I can tell that I can kill it.
It's a member of the noble class. They like me.
It's the most noble of zombies.
If it's divinal or fallen, I sure know.
I know what time it is.
I'll be totally honest. Oh, you know the time it's so screwy here? Yeah, no idea.
How scary is this thing growling in my face?
It looks like a mix between like a Doberman Pinscher and a Mastiff.
Okay,
How
so
does
I'm gonna
that
growl,
open
and then
the
I'm gonna
door?
hit a button on my chest, which activates my jetpack, which just zooms me onto Urgath's back.
Oh, okay.
I just baby Bjorned myself.
That is a good question, though, Aelin. How did the inside dog open the door for the outside dog?
With
Thumbs.
These dogs have thumbs? Oh no.
Have you guys seen those like door opener thingies that they've been putting on doors since COVID, so you don't have to use your hands? It's like
The
on the
ones,
bottom.
the pedals,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Like in
yeah.
bathrooms and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
That
they
kind
have
of
a little pedal. They have a little pod. I mean, that makes sense.
That's adorable.
Yeah. So
we should look at getting one of those.
it looks like it wants to attack you.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I definitely
So-
baby Bjorned myself.
I'll shout out in the since it looks like a beast
looks like a
that's
dog.
still currently alive. I'll speak to them in the naturalist language there, real fast, just to say, "Calm, we mean no harm." To see if it responds.
It does growl at you.
No, like a direct response that I can understand.
It's not speaking to you.
Okay, so it's growling, but not actually.
Man, maybe she's just gonna think that dogs can't speak to him anymore.
When did I lose the communion with the
When
dogs?
did I not lose?
Mother Nature,
So-
why?
Does it have a collar on?
Yes.
Can I see its like its tags?
You can't read.
Oh, I can't read. Never mind.
You can see its tags, but the ancient language is well beyond your normality.
I read its dog tag that way.
Yeah, I'll point this out. I'll be like,
I can't read.
Aelin is
Uh,
observant.
we lost Noble.
Your illiteracy was so strong, the DM fucked off.
The illiteracy is strong with this one.
I'm so sorry.
You're
It's
fine.
all right.
It's okay, we've all been kicked out.
Yep.
Godling, it has neck words.
Oh, that's amazing.
What do they say, Aelin?
Wait, what? Okay, well the words on the dog's neck, I guess, says luck.
Well, Aelin was closer. I wasn't close enough. I was still in the back
okay.
with Bjorn.
Yeah, you can just see. If you can read, it says luck.
In what language? I'm just messing with you, Noble. You don't. You're good.
I
You're
mean,
good.
That is a good point. If it's not common, then
That's true.
I
One,
had
I
picked
wouldn't
a
be
language
able to
that I'm
read
not
it.
actually sure has a written form. So,
What is it?
yeah, it's in common now.
It's in
It's
common now.
The classic DM gambit.
Don't worry. See, Noble. Now you know what I've had to deal with for like 4 years of GMing stuff. What's this?
Time.
Great question.
I don't know why. Okay, sorry. That's another discussion for another time.
Anyway, so it's in common. And it says luck. Okay.
Yeah, it says luck. It's in common.
well, that
So-
tells me that there's someone around here that is intelligent enough to read and write.
It growls again.
Oh,
Has it moved out of the door?
No, it's still inside the door.
what if we
It might just be
I'm gonna-
protective.
I'm gonna
And-
walk up gently and just close the door.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. Yep, the door closes.
Ah, yes, I see. The Baldur's Gate 3 strategy of just locking the doors down.
I appreciate Jack
I-
bringing
I-
a second brain cell to this stream.
That's so good. Thank you for thinking.
I still don't know what the neck word said.
It says luck.
Look,
The door growls.
I'm just gonna lean up against the side of the door so it doesn't open again.
Is there a window?
Well,
Okay, so what?
Is there a
Suspense
window
aggression.
into the building?
A window? Yeah, there are
He
windows.
wants to look at the dog.
There are windows.
I just want to look inside. What is the inside of this mysterious meat house look like?
What's
It's a convenience store.
It's a convenience store.
Yeah,
it's a
got, like, you know-
bodega dog.
Yeah, bodega dog. So, okay,
Oh.
I wasn't joking earlier, but Brad, the time is going super fast here
Oh.
as compared to
Oh.
wherever you were before.
Oh, hey guys. I think this should be relevant. Time is going really quickly. I'm not saying like I have a countdown that's going down really fast. I mean like time is moving very fast right now.
Oh dear.
it's a good thing I live a really long time. It's unfortunate, though, that I am old. Oh no, my dog!
Okay.
So
you
time moves
get
really
sense
fast.
that are we aging faster, as in time locally is moving faster here, or is our time just relatively faster to elsewhere, so that when we leave this place,
Do I feel that
time.
my batteries
More
are
time
draining
will come.
faster?
No, you don't.
Okay, so I
Okay.
don't believe that we are aging faster, as my power reserves are maintaining a constant drain.
And Aelin
Yeah, you're
brings
kind
the
of just
logical
joining
questions.
the time going. Unbelievable.
Again, that second brain cell.
The point is that, well, I guess time wouldn't. Anyway, because you can sense local time as well. So it's local time that you can tell is moving quickly. So the days and the nights go by much faster.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Faster
Okay.
compared to our perception of time, or faster compared to galactic time?
Compared to
Galactic time.
galactic time.
Interesting.
And
Well,
Well,
we've already
both-
seen,
both
and I
would be
motioned
true.
towards.
like, you would think the days are shorter here.
Yeah.
Right, but that's just because. Okay, is that the passage of the sun is in a smaller orbit, or are we actually, as I asked, aging quicker?
You're not aging quicker.
It's just the rotation. It's faster.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we've already seen, and I motioned between Fuzzy and Alhena, that time between these places doesn't exactly match up. So unless you're hoping to return to a particular point at a given time, I'm not sure relativistic time differences really matter.
Almost like a game.
So it actually is a convenience store on the inside?
It is actually a convenience store on the inside. It looks like a modern day kind of
Oh.
thing going on in there.
With a not
There's no
dead
evidence of
zombie
people.
dog. Okay.
With a dog
Questionable.
that, for all we know, lives there. Okay.
Do I have connection to the starship?
No.
Is the starship around? Okay. I was just trying to. I was just hoping. I was,
You shoot your shot.
Yeah, exactly. I can say for certain the ship is not here.
I guess looking through the window, just trying to see if there's any snacks that he likes the look of.
More importantly, are there any people or zombies or whatever the likeness outside of the dog inside?
There's some dogs in there.
So there's no like manager or someone sitting in
It's
the
like
back.
dog people.
It could be that
Could
the
be.
dog is
Maybe
the
the dog is the
manager.
manager. You're right.
It is a bodega.
With a job?
A dog with a job.
I thought that was how dogs worked in this universe. I thought
Aelin
the
should
captain
be
of the
able
ship was a
to
dog.
deduce that. He's very adept at reading and with people. Does it seem like these dogs are
Well employed.
intelligent people who have formed a system?
Yeah, these are civilized dogs.
That's
Civilized
awesome.
dog people.
Civilized dogs.
So we were
Great.
just hella rude. Okay.
But he was rude back.
True.
True. Well, we did start it by scraping up the door.
We did try to
He may have just tried
communicate
to
with
paint it.
Aelin. No. Bjorn. He unclips his bag. Wait a second. Just wait. This isn't betrayal yet.
This isn't betrayal yet.
Give me a second. He hands the bear the bag.
I'm gonna start wiggling so incredibly.
Just you wait. There will be a treat at the end for this. He goes back. Money. Bartering. Opens the door and just kind of steps in and just like waits a second. And he walks down the aisle.
Yeah.
Is Luck still there?
Yeah, Luck's sitting there watching you in the shop.
Great.
I'm new around here, and I don't know what's good. Is there anything local?
You know what? Yeah.
No, thank you.
Got these sweet biscuits. My daughter
Yeah?
makes them.
Your daughter makes them. That's incredibly local.
But look, I don't think you want to be here.
I'm not sure where I want to be.
That's fair. That's fair. That came out a little bit more philosophical than I was expecting.
This dog is the best.
So, yeah, you want some biscuits, and then you can leave. I do suggest.
Well, hang on. I'm guessing there's not a whole lot of people, like, he goes to point to himself, and then he points out the window.
Yeah, no 2-footers around here.
Is Bell... Oh, that's Bell, the wiggly one. Would he fit in more? The one beside the bear.
Massive bear just wiggling inside the bear's. The bear chomped down on the little thing.
Clearly not our kind. You know, one of.
I
Not from around
see
here,
different.
I should say.
Yeah.
Racist dog.
Doesn't look like this is a good place for that particular.
I understand what you're trying to get at.
Yeah,
It's
thanks.
a yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks for the save.
This is a dangerous place. And that dog looks pretty well groomed.
I try my best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question, friendly species. Where,
That's rude.
where are
His
we?
name is Luck.
Does this location have a name?
I don't freaking know, dude.
Oh, so hard he left.
You don't-
Man, our technical difficulties are going real well today.
They really
Yeah.
are. You
This has
don't.
been kind of difficult.
Our good old technical difficulties. They're just the best. What do you take in exchange for currency here? I'd love to buy some biscuits.
Don't you guys have credits?
Oh,
I got credit.
yes, I do. In fact. Kind of gleefully skip inside and grab the said biscuits. Anything else of interest on these shelves?
Yeah, there's basically stuff that you would find anywhere you would go, here and now. There's Cheetos.
What wonderful prices too. Grab some like some glasses and
that.
stuff. Yeah, no, it may not be, but grab some glasses, things that I can use for like, making beakers and things later. Some jars, collection, little jam jars and stuff.
You want to be
Well-
real careful about taking those outside with you. Guys, it's getting dark. It's getting dark.
Do you know where there's any doors that are close by then?
Besides the one next door.
Are you saying go back through that door?
I'm saying pick a door and go in it.
Well, when we chose your door, I thought there might be a throwdown for a second, but
Well, yeah, if you stay around till it gets dark, there will be.
Then we should probably return to where we were.
all right. Biscuits.
Or you can stay here. You can stay here and we can stay in the...
Oh, so
Food is
it's
good.
safe to stay in here.
No, heck no. But there's a lot of food here. So, as long as you survive, you're not going to die of starvation.
Oh, interesting. How much for all of
Look,
this?
I don't have to fight you after dark, do I?
Not me. What? Have you not been
Okay.
here very long?
No, we literally
I
just
literally
walked through
opened-
that door.
That door right there, I opened it up, and then my
Don't
dog.
Obviously you came just... Okay. There's a lot of things in these areas that'll kill you. Back there, it's chaos zombies. They come out on a fairly regular basis. Whenever the trees start spitting pollen. It's bad news. There's other places every night, like this place.
Well, you seem like you may be a bit more well-traveled than us. Do you know of a relatively safe space? Some place to put down roots?
I mean, this is the best place I found. The food comes back every night with the zombies. It's pretty cool.
Wait, so the food in here
Wait a
like
second.
refreshes?
Yeah.
That's absolutely just incredibly fascinating.
Wait. Was my joke a little bit on point then? It's like a game.
Wait,
He
which
said-
joke? Oh, it's like a game.
It's like a
Does
game.
seem like it's like a game.
Well, fascinated by this place. If there
I
are
only play hack and slashes, but that's because you don't need to do a whole lot of reading.
So are there chaos
I like life
zombies that
sims.
come through that door that we came through, or was it just they appear everywhere in the street?
Now they come from the outside, yeah. So not through the door you came through. They don't go through the doors. They don't go into the caves, but there's also nothing in the caves.
Okay. So if we
Other things go into the
okay.
caves sometimes, but yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. So if we sit in here, it's still dangerous because they'll come through the door.
Well, yeah, but we can fight off the zombies and have a good meal of top ramen or whatever you want.
Yeah, I like you. How much for all these, by the way?
I don't know what you got, but yeah.
Just a
Let's just
few
say
jam
100.
jars and some of the
100's
biscuits.
pretty
I
good.
grabbed quite a few of the biscuits that his daughter lovingly made.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, same. Hey, Luck, does this stuff disappear in the next day?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Don't spend too much on it. Actually, you know what? No, spend as much as you'd like.
If all of this is infinitely refreshable, what are you basing your economy off of?
Exactly. I don't know a lot, but I know that this kind of development is good for wartime.
Well, now I'm curious to see if I throw the jar inside of my stabilizer, what will happen? This is
I'll be
curious.
honest, most of the time we pay for things like swords. And by swords, I mean like people, who fight.
Well then, I would love to buy the biscuits. If these jars are going to disappear, I would just like one then, for testing purposes.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Negligible amount of
Bell,
credits.
Bjorn.
What that costs.
Bell, Bjorn.
Let me look at the...
5, 10, 20.
No, I will still buy
400
Trevor,
credits,
you're-
maybe.
You're always the one that says when things like you can buy one.
Yeah, like the
Bottle
one
of
wouldn't
beer.
cost anything, but like, if I'm buying some biscuits, then probably
Okay.
like
I will
200
pay for the
credits or
biscuits
something.
because somebody did
Cool.
that.
100. 100.
Sure.
100.
Another important question that I'm sure everyone in the audience is asking. Are these American Southern biscuits, or are these British cookie biscuits, or are these dog biscuits?
They are American Southern biscuits shaped like dog biscuits.
Hell
my
yeah.
God.
Oh, this is perfect.
Wait, do they have gravy? Biscuits and gravy are the best.
I'm sure they
If you're
could
doing
make some
Southern
bakery.
biscuits.
They have those like instant packets of biscuits.
Oh, now I'm out.
I mean gravy.
Felicity doesn't know how to cook, so if we survive the night, I can totally whip us up some pancakes, some of these dog biscuits with some white Southern gravy. If they have some sausage, maybe we can make some of those.
Every now and then I'm reminded of the border.
Of the what?
I don't understand.
Oh,
Oh, America.
America. We have an all
Yes, it's a
American
strange place
breakfast
down here.
It is very strange. Good food though.
Flapjacks.
Bell, I got you some biscuits.
Work.
Bjorn walks her up to you.
Do they smell safe, these biscuits? They smell
yeah.
like something I should be eating?
Oh yeah.
Am I afraid I'll become ugly like those dogs?
No.
That's just rude.
They are ugly though.
Look, they were racist.
Not gonna
first.
lie.
Classist?
They are kind
Both?
of scary.
Both. They're racist and classist.
Well then, that seems to be basically our time limit. Unless you had something else you
We
wanted to
did
do real
nothing.
quick.
No, this is a perfect time to stop.
Perfect.
It's dark outside.
Okay, so we are staying the night.
You're staying the night.
And we'll fight off the zombies.
Zombie fighting going on tomorrow.
I'm really interested. I love the way these doors work and the way the time is going strange places. This is weird. I like it.
These dogs remind me of the zombies that we fought when we found section command.
Oh yeah, like robotic flesh ones.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Thank you everybody for joining us. And coming back for the little 2 weeks thing there. Jack, thank you for joining us again. Hopefully, we still haven't chased you off.
We'll figure stuff
Like
out
I'll
for
give
next
you
time.
one more chance.
Third time's the charm. But yes, thank you for joining us. This was a ton of fun, even with all of our technical difficulties and all the randomness involved with all of that. But still had a good time. I enjoyed it. So, but yes, if you lovely folks would like to introduce yourselves, for those who don't know, so that they can go drop you a follow. We'll start with Jack over here.
I thought he just dropped out.
I was about to say, of
Oh, no.
course. Perfect timing.
Hello, folks. Thanks for watching. I'm having a ton of fun being new here, exploring a new world, new characters, new group to play with. So I'm having a lot of fun. You can find me over on my own channel. At RPGs Uncovered on the Twitch and the Twitters and now Blue Sky and YouTube and other social medias that I don't use as often because I'm still trying to figure out where everybody's at. So if you know where everybody's at, let me know because I'd like to hang out because I really love TTRPGs and these types of shows and talking with people about creating games. That's kind of what I do. RPGs Uncovered is a channel dedicated to helping you find your next favorite TTRPG and to show just how quick and easy it can be to learn how to play or even run a brand new game. So if that sounds interesting to you, come check out my Twitch. I run multiple weekly shows, and you can find all of the old episodes on my YouTube, both at RPGs Uncovered. The only thing I'm going to plug right now is we have ongoing Season 6 of the RPGs Uncovered series. That is every Saturday at 3 p.m. EDT. We're exploring a game called The Treacherous Turn. It is where all of the players collectively play a single artificial general intelligence that has just sort of emerged and is trying to learn how to be the absolute best it can be, no matter the consequences for humanity. So if that sounds interesting to you, you want to learn how to play, want to learn how to run the game, or if you just want to enjoy a fun new story, come stop by on Saturdays. And you can check out on Twitter and my Discord and YouTube and whatnot, all the various other things I do on that channel and elsewhere. But thanks, guys. Thanks, Trevor Noble, for bringing me in on this. I'm having a lot of fun.
Ivan is very good.
It's good, and I'm glad that you have enough brain cells because we were lacking. We needed logic. This is great.
Let me pass it on to whoever's next.
All right, we'll go with Zach.
Hey everybody, I'm Zach. I podcast, I stream now, and I guess today's kind of an important one. Officially, the 100th episode of Schedule for Launch is out now. So
that's so
today.
exciting!
Wow.
It is.
That's
awesome. I've been doing this for too fucking long, and not working on the other podcast I should be working on way more.
That's exciting. 100 episodes. That's insane.
100 episodes.
So cool.
It's nuts. I even wrote and did a whole new theme song, so that started today. Thank you, Tori. I know you're listening. Awesome. Yeah, so the new theme song is very good. It was a lot more involved. And I had years to practice. You can find me on Twitter at Schedule for Launch while that is still a thing. And I'm mostly hanging out on Blue Sky. I'm going to be all over the place for everything. I'm going to be on Tales from the Studio a lot come October. Jack and I on Thursdays do Behind These Eyes with the wonderful Tal and the Eye, where we do a little bit more involved Baldur's Gate 3 story. We've had some really cool, really fun moments so far.
Making our own brand new story.
It's been interesting.
Yep. Some tension with our characters, and it usually results with me getting a new outfit for camp and not knowing what I'm going to be wearing next. So that's what I add to this stream. Yeah.
Deepest of these.
The deepest of these for my very hairy dwarf.
The perfect choice.
Yeah. So you can find my podcast basically everywhere that podcasts are provided. And I'll have more information about more stuff by the next time we do this. So,
Nice.
other than that, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then for Miss Anxiety, since the thing, dropped her there, you can find all of her information, basically Miss Anxiety, everywhere. Primarily over on Instagram and what does she always says? Vintage fashion, but not vintage values. Lots of great content over with Miss Anxiety over there. Streams every now and then. I don't know if they've streamed in a while, but yeah, you can find everything basically Miss Anxiety everywhere. So and drop the link. You can get them there. Anything on your end, Brad?
Fuck no.
All right, cool. Brad exists and is fantastic of an individual, just in general.
I don't even tweet anymore, so like, there's no reason to follow me and do whatever.
Sometimes you'll talk about Destiny.
Not even that. I haven't been playing Destiny all that much.
Really?
It doesn't help that there's a lot of server issues right now, but also it's just like, I'm existing until the next expansion comes out.
Okay.
That's fair. And then, speaking of next expansion coming out, for Noble and I, we are with Veil the Void. After a month and a half of trying to figure out what the heck I want to do, I finally have Veil the Void on a nice little release path that we have coming up, which means more content at a cheaper rate for me so that I don't go into a massive ton of debt, but everybody continues getting content. That includes free content, lore content, as well as all of the Yggdrasil stuff. So the very next thing that we have coming out is actually a brand new supplement, even though I guess I probably could call it an expansion, because probably by the time I'm done, it's going to be about 50 pages or so, depending on Noble's edits over there and how much red I see. But basically, this little supplement's going to be great. I'm having a good time writing it. It's going to be clarifying a lot of questions that people have asked me over the few years of playing Reforged, adding clarification sections so that you can just immediately hop into that supplement and go, oh, here's what free spells mean, here's what automatically stuff, this is what this and this. So if you have more questions that you need clarifying, feel free to send me all of them, either over on our Twitter, which is at Publishers SDG, or over on our Discord. And I do mean that please flood me with what questions you have so that I can address it in this upcoming supplement to get all clarifications that we need. On top of that, we're also bringing back the Divinial species, which I know several people have been excited to play. So if you want to play a insanely cool dimension hopping angel that is proficient with all weapons, then there you go. You now have access to the Divinials over there, which will be coming out shortly. After that, we're also going to be in the same supplement. You're going to get a lot of stuff, and this is free too. You're also going to get the Prophet class, which is a Templar meets cleric meets personal relationship with a god type class. So you level 1, you get to choose your divine patron, and throughout the game you get to bless people, summon heavenly hosts to assist you in combat. You get to go down and you could be like follow a path of a chaplain, which gives you aura healings to the point where you actually just consistently heal people. There's the Inquisitor path if you want to drive and become a true Inquisitor, someone that strikes out against corrupted magic and those who wield it, or the path of the Justiciar, which holds to Ikel's faith and brings about justice to the corrupt, gaining a lot of really cool, fun stuff that you can add to there. I think they actually get up to a total of 4 attacks, which is one of the rare classes that actually gets to do that, especially for a basic like martial class there. And then, of course, it's also going to be introducing divine magic, which isn't just to the prophets. Basically, if your character has a personal relationship with one of the patron deities, such as change, life, death, even errata, things like that, you can use this divine magic spell tree, absorbing their powers to cause all sorts of really fun things to happen. Really cool class. I've been having a great time writing it. Next time, if I have a character die in any campaign, I'm definitely playing one because they're super fun. And I really like the idea of mutual relationships in a like god thing where you're not just a servant of the god, like you get chosen because of your faith and you work alongside the deity, which is more how I like it. So seems fun. We're gonna also add some vehicle clarifications, some extra stuff for starships, adding the vehicle maneuvers, things like that, so that you can freshen up your space combat and make it even more cinematic and entertaining. Adding some clarifications about space monsters, like the time the space dragon, when we were in Jack's campaign, chased after us. Now you as a GM can do that with set rules in the game about how to easily have your horrifying monstrosities chase after your players, so they just can't get away from you even with that timed warp. And then, of course, I'm also going to be expanding on the lore of the gods and the deities themselves of the universe, so you get to learn more about the pantheon, who each one is, so that if you really want to include them, because I know a lot of people have asked about it, if you really want to include them in the your campaign, then now you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, so it's a fairly decent-sized chunk of content, and it's all going to be free. And then after that, we're going to release the Berserker class, because Prophecy supplement is actually going to be kind of setting up Yggdrasil itself and the chaos that's coming with it. So, but yeah, so make sure to stay tuned for all of that. You can go to our linktree/Veil of the Void to keep up on all that. Make sure to join our Discord, our Twitter, wherever you want to be, wherever you can find us, just to learn more about its release and give us more feedback and information on questions you might need answered. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything, unless you got anything, Noble.
You definitely covered everything.
Perfect. I'm trying to. We have a lot. We got a lot coming, and I'm very excited for it because I have a very nice, clean release path that's going to give people content they've been craving. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure to go follow all of these lovely individuals here at the links on our links tree, and the ones that we've posted in chat, as well as the ones that will be in the bottom of the YouTube video when we eventually post it. But yeah, thank you for joining. Five. Thank you all for joining, and we will see everybody in 2 weeks from now.